I have a really great restorative class for us. So I'm just going to say no props, but I am going to use my blanket to sit on and also a strap. And we're going to come seated. So come into easy cross-legged position. You can sit on your bolster or you can sit on your blanket. Either one will certainly work. And release your hands down to the floor. Inhale, circle the arms up. Big deep breath. And now press the hands together. Now as you reach up long and tall through your spine, start to lengthen from the crown of your head. Send your left arm, float it on down to the floor so the fingertips are just touching the floor. Walk those fingertips out as you extend through the right fingertips. So those arms are up and reaching over. And I'm staying on the fingertips. Maybe I'm going to walk them out a little bit further, but I'm going to keep that right hip grounded to the floor. Some of you may choose to press the hand down into the floor, into your mat, or softly bend that left elbow. So let's come back up, walk all the way up, reach that left arm up, press your hands together. Good. Lift and extend up through the fingertips. And now drop the right hand down to the mat, but I'm going to keep my fingertips onto the floor. I'm cupping my hands. I'm going to walk my right fingertips out towards the edge and now really lengthen and stretch through that side body, keeping both sit bones anchored to the earth. Good. Breathe into that right rib cage. And just take another full cleansing breath. And now walk your right hand back to the center. Reach the arms up, press the hands together, and now float both hands down to the floor. Seated position, we're going to extend the right leg out. You're going to draw the left heel in. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up. So you're rotating the shoulders, your chest, over towards that flexed foot, or right flexed foot. And then you lift and extend, and then you come into this gentle forward fold. This is where you can grab onto those straps if you wish, or you just walk those cupped fingers out and keep lengthening through the spine. So we're going to stay really long and tall. You're going to pull the belly in, supporting that low back. And maybe you may decide just to drop the chin slightly down. So maybe your gaze is towards your knee. And just stay here with your breath. Allow yourself to let go and find that really deep belly breath. And maybe even the back of the calf. Take another inhalation. As you exhale, walk your fingertips back. So you're going to come up to a tall seated position. Inhale, float your arms up. And as you exhale, we'll come into a twist on the other side. So we're going to take a spinal twist. Now my right hand is on my left quadricep, and my left hand is behind my back. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently rotate. So inhale, grow tall. Exhale, gently twist. And just one more time. Deep breath in, extending through the spine. Exhale and rotate. Good. Now before we unwind, we're going to take the hands and we're going to bring the hands a little bit to the left side of your mat. So I'm going to bring my hands to the left side of the mat. We're going to go into pigeon pose. Now if you have a knee issue, you're going to lay on your back, all right, and do your upside down 4. Otherwise, we just turn towards the edge of the mat, coming into a high lift of the chest, right? And this right leg is straight. And so we've got the left knee, that heel somewhat close to the hip point. You can take that foot slightly out if you wish. But let's stay lifting our heart for a moment, just taking your gaze straight ahead. And I have my blanket, which is kind of handy here. It's going to be right underneath my hip. So it gives my buttocks here, my hip, a little support. If some of you want more stretch into that gluteus maximus, you're going to take an inhale and lengthen. You're going to walk your hands out and come into a gentle forward fold, releasing your forehead down and taking about 3 deep breaths. And breathe deep and wide into the belly. We're taking care of ourselves in this moment. Take another full breath. And now we're going to lift our torso back up, lift your chest, and now we're just going to come into easy cross-legged position. So I'm back on my blanket or your bolster, and we're going to send our opposite leg out. So send that left leg out, or without any props, we're going to take the arms, reach them up next to the ears, lift your heart. As you exhale, pull the belly in and come into a gentle forward fold. So I'm just cupping those fingers. I'm staying long in my spine. I'm not trying to round, but rounding is kind of my thing. So I'm going to try and stay lifted, lifting up through the chest. Really keep that foot flexed. Some of you have more mobility in your hips. Maybe you're going to bend your elbows or place the hands to the floor. But I'm just going to draw the chin down so there's a long line through the neck. And I'm going to take my gaze, my drishti, down to my knee. And as for today, we are grateful. Grateful for our body. Grateful for this time to take care of ourselves. And just take another full breath. Now slowly lift your torso up. Walk your hands back up towards the top of the hip. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, we float and twist to the other side. So we're coming into this really tall position. So we'll draw the belly in and lengthen up through the crown of the head. So we inhale and lengthen. Exhale, gently twist. Good. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale and twist. Good. Just one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently twist. Very good. Now we're going to hold for one more breath. And as you exhale out, we're going to bring our hands towards the top of our mat. Now I'm rotating my foot down and bringing it back. I'm going to take this opposite knee up towards the end of my mat. So there is a bent knee here. The heel is sometimes close to this hip, opposite hip point, right? But let's stay tall and lifted. Let's lift the heart. Shoulders are soft. Our gaze is forward. And remember, if this pigeon pose here is not really feeling right for your knee, then I'd like you to lay on your back and do that upside down for that hip stretch on your back. So take another full breath. And if you'd like a little more, you can start to forward fold, coming into folded forearms and forehead onto the top of the forearms. Good, just taking 2 deep breaths. Very good, one more inhalation. And now as you exhale, you can bring your torso back up. Let's lift back up into our high chest opener, right? So lifting the chest, taking our gaze up. Very good. And then we're just going to walk the hands back around. This time we're going to come into bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. So you're going to bring the bottom of the feet together. I'm going to grab here at the ankles. And you're going to choose how close you want your heels. So some of you may decide to push the feet away, a little more yin type of, bound angle pose. Or some of you may find that when you bring your heels closer to your body, you get a deeper inner thigh stretch. So I'm going to take my peace sign fingers and I'm going to wrap them around the big toe. That's more Iyengar type of situation. Sometimes it's just easier to access the feet with the middle finger, index finger. So the thumb is on the outside of the toe. We're going to inhale to lengthen through the crown of our head. Draw the navel to the spine and very gently bend the elbows, coming into a gentle forward fold. Some of you may feel a little stretch into the back. As long as you pull the belly in and up, you're supporting the low back. Draw the chin slightly down. Either close your eyes or gaze and take your gaze to the floor. And just for this moment, embrace the stillness. Soften the shoulders. Relax the arms. Very good. So we're going to bring the knees together. So when we stretch our body, we also allow our mind to lengthen and stretch, right? So hand in hand, mind and body. So grab the back of the legs and roll all the way back. So we're taking this time now to come into some really nice stretches for the lower body. So feet on the mat, knees are bent. Tuck the chin in and lengthen through the back of the neck as you slide your shoulder blades down. Let's release the low back into the floor and hug your knees in. Giving yourself a nice hug, giving yourself lots of love here. And just really nurturing yourself, your body, your mind. Gently rocking side to side, hip to hip. Gently moving through that low back. And just getting some movement in the low back. If it's tight, this is always such a sweet little way to give this love to your low back. And then you're going to come back to center. Let's send the left leg across your mat as you hug the right knee in. So just kind of hug the knee in, into the chest, and hold right here. And just allow the hip to relax, the low back to soften. And let the whole back body melt into the floor. Now come into a flexed foot and take that knee, that right knee out to the side. So this is a lot like frog leg here, but we're getting now more into the inner thigh. We're getting into the psoas. So relax the shoulders down. Take a moment to close your eyes. And if you wish, you can take that left arm, just extend it across the floor, creating that symmetry or balance in the body. And taking one more big, full cleansing breath. Draw the knee back up and to the center. So hug it in to the chest again, but maybe take that knee a little more to the sternum and hug in, holding onto the shin. And now we'll take the hand, wrap it around the hamstring, and send that leg straight up, ooh, straight up towards the sky. Now again, this is a good time, if you like, if you have a strap, then you're gonna take that strap and stretch that leg up. So That's a really good way to do that. Now you're going to point the toes up towards the ceiling. Now if you don't have a strap, you're welcome to walk the hands up that leg and just take that stretch. And if with the strap, you would walk your hands up the strap just a wee bit, right? So we get this amazing stretch into the hamstring and the calf. Now soften through the low back. Relax the shoulders. The chin draws down towards the chest. And so holding the pose makes it more restorative. Just holding the pose a little longer. And giving yourself that gift of time to allow the muscle to let go, but allowing your mind to let go. Take another full breath, bending your knee. And now we're going to draw that knee up and over. So we're going to come into a twist, supine twist. So we're going to take the knee up and over and reach the right arm across the floor. So anchoring your shoulders, rooting them down into the floor. Maybe even turning your head away from that bent knee. Just taking another full breath. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to roll onto our back. But we're going to cross the legs like you were sitting in a chair. So I have the right leg over the left and they're crossed. So I can hold on to maybe the back of the ankles. So it's a modified queen's pose. Or we can come back to our peace sign fingers and grab those toes. Drawing the knees in towards your chest. And this can be pretty intense. This is a lot like our upside down four. It's just a different variation or version of that pose. So if this one doesn't feel right for you, then go ahead and just keep the legs crossed and just kind of hug, wrap your hands around both legs. That works. Very good. So now we're going to uncross our legs and bring our feet down to the mat. Very good. So just bringing the knees into the chest. Let's hug the knees in and keep the knees, inner thighs together. Point your toes and your hands are going to be cupped onto the top of your kneecap. Now we're going to create a circle with our knees. So the knees go out, push them around to the other side and back in. So you make that circle. You take a nice big deep breath in and exhale it all out. And one more big circle. Now you're going to hug the knees in and now reverse. And making that full circular motion. Going from the tailbone to the hip to the mid-back and now the opposite hip. So making that circle. And just noticing any sensations, any little tight or tender spots in that back. And then we're going to pause. We're going to draw both knees into your chest. Give yourself again a big hug. Now we take the right foot down to the mat and just draw the left knee in towards your chest, more to the armpit side. All right. Very good. Just holding the knee towards the chest. We're stretching through the outer hip and into the gluteus. Now flex your left foot and now we're going to take that left knee out to the side
So again, this is very much like the frog leg that we did. So the foot is flexed. Some of you may choose to send the right leg across your mat, keeping that right hip down. And I'm just have my left hand just slightly weighted onto the inner thigh, right? So that we get a little more stretch into the psoas. And just taking one more cleansing breath. Now this time, draw the knee up, but let's take the knee now more to the center of the chest. So draw it a little more to the midline and hug in. So now we get a little more outside hip, more at the outside gluteus. And just draw the knees in slightly in. Just pause here for a moment or two, just relaxing your shoulders down. Not trying to hold any tension in the neck or the face. Now we'll draw the knee back over to the hip, and we're going to wrap the hands around the hamstring and extend the right leg up. So again, if you have your strap here, take the strap around that foot. We're just taking a moment to stretch the hamstring, really relaxing the low back. Now if you have a tight back, you're going to bend that knee and bring the foot to the mat. Otherwise, you're going to walk the hands up the back of the leg. So you're drawing up. You can walk your hands up that strap, right? That's a good way to do that. And then relaxing the head and neck down. And taking about 2 to 3 more breaths. Very good. Take one more cleansing breath. Very good. Now bringing the knee back in towards the chest. We're going to come into our twist, so supine twist. Taking the right hand on the outside of the left knee and taking that knee up and over. Reaching the left arm across the floor. Softening the left shoulder into the mat. And feeling this amazing stretch through the chest, the outer thigh, the outer hip. And then taking those deep cleansing breaths, so nourishing the body with our breath. Coming into self-care. Take another cleansing breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly roll onto your back. Now we're going to take that left leg over the right. So it's like we're sitting in a chair, crossing our legs, bringing both knees up. So the feet will be naturally coming out. I'm going to take my middle finger, index finger, and wrap them around the big toe. But there's other ways you can do it. You can hold on to the back of the calf, the back of the ankle, right? And so the legs are crossed. And again, you can just modify this. You can come into just your regular upside down 4 here. This is the same muscle group we're stretching. Good, just taking about 3 more breaths into, this is a modified Queen's pose. Typically we do this seated. Boy, is it intense seated. So on the back, it's still pretty powerful in the sensations, but it is a great stretch. Close your eyes. Draw your awareness inward. Notice if you're holding any tension or stress in the body. And allow your breath to soften and release those areas of tightness. And just take one more inhalation. And as you exhale, go ahead and release your feet and release your feet down to the floor. Good. So we're going to come back to hugging both knees into our chest. This time we're going to float right into our happy baby, taking the knees out wide. And my feet are flexed. You're going to draw your arms now down in between your inner thighs, and keeping this arm straight, just take a very light pressure so that you're opening up the pelvis just a bit more. Now, we can again do the same thing where we're grabbing the shin or the ankle. Some of you like to maybe even grab the outside of the foot. But here I'm going to use my peace sign fingers, my middle finger, index finger, and come into our happy baby. And some of you really, if for a happy baby, it's kind of fun. It brings this little smile onto our face if you rock gently side to side, rolling through that low back, having a little fun with the happy baby. Then breathe in deep and wide. And then some of you may even want to go a little further and take the legs out into a V shape. And this is where we really get an extra stretch here for the hamstring and the calf. Keeping the feet flexed. We're going to come into bound ankle pose. Take the bottom of your feet together. The knees are out wide, and one hand on the belly and another hand on your heart. And feel the flow of the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And you're welcome to change the breath. You can breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And just one more time, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow the arms to relax to your side, palms facing up. Just taking a moment here. We're going to draw the knees back together and come into our final relaxation. This allowing the feet to be a little wide, wider than your hips. Sliding the shoulder blades away and letting the knees and the feet roll open. Allowing the arms to relax by your side. With your eyes closed and slowly drawing one knee at a time into your chest. Giving yourself a nice big hug. We'll roll over to our right hip and shoulder, maybe supporting our head and neck with our forearm. Your knees can be hugged up towards your chest. And take another full breath in. And as you exhale out, push up into an easy cross-legged position. And you are always welcome to come back to a blanket Bringing your hands to your heart center. For today, I'm grateful. For today, I listen to my heart. For today, I have nourished myself. The light in me salutes that light in you, and together we say, Namaste.